Hey, back at it again with another video. Um, I really wanted to make this video just to share, I guess, one of the lessons that I learned about myself last year when it came to starting my own business. And, when you're first starting out, there's so many things that you have to do when it comes to marketing, when it comes to client acquisition, and also just trying to scale. But there's only so many things that you could do in a day, and so really trying to focus on the things that will actually move the needle forward are very important. And so something that I struggled with last year is that thing is like, what do I need to do in order to really, move the needle forward and actually grow something? And during that time, first it was okay, let me learn, let me try to build a skill set, but wait, also let me try to bring in clients, because without clients you don't have a business. And then on top of that too, okay, how am I going to organize this information of new clients? And then on top of that, how am I going to do the outreach in order to bring in these clients so they actually know what I'm doing? And then I'm thinking about, oh snap, like how can I actually scale this business? And then on top of that, okay, what is the domain that I need for my business? And then on top of that, how do I build a personal brand in order to grow this business? And so there's just so much stuff that was just going on in my mind. And when it came to the end of the year, I really had nothing to show for it. I mean, I had a business website, but it was very generic, very vague, and it really didn't have what I needed on there to really share to people what I was trying to do. And then also on top of that, you're trying to figure out what niche is best for you too. So there's just a lot. And with that, what I came to realize, and it was something that a mentor actually taught me recently, is okay, let's build on the infrastructure first within your own business. How can you have a business that helps with other people using automations if you don't have any automations within your own business? Whether it's through creating an automation for your proposal, so all you have to do is submit a um, a transcript of one of your discovery calls, and then create a summary of the discovery, and then implement it or input it into some kind of system that creates a proposal, that you can then send it back to your potential client for them to look at and see, whether or not it's the best fit for them. And usually within that proposal, you would have something like the problem statement, um, some of the things that you can actually implement within their own business in order to solve their problems. And then you can also have the pricing model within as well. Obviously, there's more information too that you can use, but that's just kind of like some of the main things within the proposal. And so, going back to what I was talking about, how can you sell AI if you don't even have AI in your own business? And that's something that I'm focusing on with my own business right now. How do I automate some of these things in order to make my job easier? So all I need to do is the client acquisition piece. And so with that, I feel like it's very important to first build a system or infrastructure within your own business that actually works efficiently, to where all you have to do is focus on bringing in clients. So what would that look like? You know, having a client, having an onboarding funnel or a client acquisition funnel. So whether it is, obviously you're going to have the marketing, you're going to have something that you're going to use in order to bring in clients and people who actually want some of your services or actually need your services. So after the marketing side is done with, okay, cool, how are you going to have an organized system in place in order to make that client acquisition pipeline more efficient? So the discovery call, this is where you actually find information about the business, that you're talking to, seeing if any pain points that are within the business that you can help with. And then after that, if they like what you're trying to do, okay, let's have an onboarding. So in between that piece too, is like sending them, emails about, whether they say, okay, I enjoyed the meeting. If you would love to talk, more about what we could do, please look at this link. You know, this link will give you information about some of the things that you need when it comes to the onboarding process. That could be an automation. Okay, bet you have that. they have all the information that they need once they get on the onboarding. So then you don't have to go call them up. Hey, I need this from you. Okay, cool. He sends it to you. He or she sends it to you. Then the next day you realize, oh snap, I also need this information. That could be the company EIN's number. It could be the company's business address. It could be their website. It could be their social media platforms that they can use, or that they use. I'm sorry. And so having something that's very organized in order to help them and you be more efficient and have their process be more efficient as well is very important. And so I feel like I didn't have that. Even though I wasn't really acquiring that many clients, I feel like it was definitely something that is needed. And I feel like that's the first thing that you should work on within your business. Whether it's, knowing what niche you're trying to get into. And then on top of that, okay, what is the system that I will have in place in order to be able to bring these clients in without having any issues? Because if you're so focused on one client, when it comes to getting all their information, then it slows you down on bringing in more other clients. And so that's where the scalability is really needed, is when it comes to, just having the systems in place in order to really be able to just, continue to grow and scale your business. And so that's one of the things I'm working on, or have been working on, for the past 3 weeks. And I feel like that's something that a lot of people struggle with, because they try to figure out what they need to do, and there's so much stuff that they need to do. What do I need to really focus on? And so I hope that information helps you guys. Leave more information down below if you'd like to know anything else or have any other questions. But with that, I hope you guys have a blessed day, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.